Hold on, buddy. Give me 1 minute. Oh, man. I'm over here in pain, dog. I fucking fell on my ass. Hold on. I'm trying to get my cable from my controller. Here it is.
Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, passing may come at a cost. The Steelers are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Chiefs, who will be testing that coverage. And with that, we'll send you up to the North Shore of Pittsburgh at Heinz Field by the Three Rivers as we headed over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and 4. Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken.
That was an accident. Let's go.
By the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A pickup there of 36. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Their big tight end, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And a first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for KC. 49 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you...
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Play fake here on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
play action. It's Roethlisberger. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to...
Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Now, back in my old days, before college, I played a little bit of offense. I used to love to pitch the ball to my backs. How about that pitch right on that play?
Yeah, going right. People run to the right more than to the left, don't they, in real life and in video games?
That is true. A lot of offenses constructed to run to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Those big tackles, usually your power blockers.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just gotta find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 94 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
They complete it to Hill. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Time to step aside. Back to Heinz Field after this. Kelsey out in the slot right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Second down following the incompletion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that takes us from second to third down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Let's see what they go to here on third down and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've come to... Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. And now a first down following that long gain. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Toss play to Mason. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football.
And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And a gain there of 11 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. A sea of Chiefs jerseys in there that time to make the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Easy, Sue.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Returnable for Thomas. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Kelsey out in the slot right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And Hill with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now back to throw. And he's got it to Hearns. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited, because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock, because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
And on the ground they go with the running back. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd down now after the pass completion. He'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved to him.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL